This is a short practice for what I call the four corners. Of course, there are no corners in the hips, but the four sides, so the flexors, the hamstrings, the outer hip, and the groin side of the hip joint. So a very short and quick loosening of around the hips for those who need to loosen around the hips at home. Actually, I'm going to start with just a little warm-up where we just start to move a little bit of juice into the hips. So nice deep breath in, and on the out breath, dropping the body forward. We're going to lead with the belly button and the belly, breathing in and out as we come back. And in, out as we come back. And again. Good, and then we're just going to swing the opposite direction. Still inhalation back, exhalation forward. And then hanging the head forward and just allowing the symmetry of the spine to lengthen. And then we're going to start with stretching the hamstrings a little and then move into the other areas of the hips. So just lengthening the legs forward. The feet can be hip distance apart or a little apart or together, whichever is the most comfortable. The knees, as you bring the upper body weight forward, can also just pop up a little so you're not straining the hamstrings as you're warming up. It'll be inhalation up. Belly to thighs. You can let the knees come up and release. In breath, coming up. Out breath, forward. On this fourth one, we're going to stay there. Allow the hamstrings to get used to being in that lengthened position. You're going to breathe in to the left arm, bring it across the right leg, and open up to the right. Sign down, and when you breathe in again, you'll breathe in to the left. And across, one more on each side, bringing left across right leg, peeling open rib cage, dropping the shoulder back and away. Out breath, coming back. In breath, peeling open. Out breath, coming back. You're going to breathe and look forward, belly to thighs, dropping forward, and just feeling if the body's finding a little more space. On the in breath, you're going to breathe in, come up again, and release on the out breath. I'm going to move a little bit into the groin on either side now, one leg at a time. So bringing the left leg, sole of the foot into inner right thigh. We're going to do each set with 4, breathing in, coming forward 3 times dynamically. Inhalation up, exhalation forward. And so now we're moving deeper into the hamstring on the right side and just allowing a little bit of space to start developing into the groin on the left. On the fourth one, as you come forward, we'll do the same where we press the belly to the thigh, slide the gaze forward, come deeper into that hamstring and the groin on the left. And we'll do that again where we breathe into the right, bring it to the inner right ankle, roll open to left. Sign, bring left over, breathe in, open to right. Coming back, hands on either side of the leg, can be anywhere. Breathe in, press your belly to your thigh, drop the shoulders away, and drop over the leg. After 3 breaths, you're going to reach forward with the arms, float them up with the inhalation, and release with the exhalation. Right, I'm going to windscreen wipe. Now we're leaving the left leg to move into the hamstring, and we're bringing the right sole of foot into the inner thigh. 3 times dynamically as we breathe in, coming up, and out, coming forward. And when we get to the 4th one, we're going to stay there statically. I'm going to breathe into the left arm, bring it to inner left ankle, open up the upper body, the upward moving Udana energy, moving up each time you breathe out. We want to have beautiful light arms floating. Breathe in, press your belly to your thigh, drop over the left leg. 3 breaths. On your 4th in breath, you'll reach forward now. Release with an out breath and slide forward, windscreen wide. Nice deep breath in, hands to thighs, come forward, bring symmetry back to the spine. In breath, roll up again. So now we've moved into hamstrings and to inner groin, and we're now going to move to outer thigh. We're going to breathe in, lift up the right leg, and bring it over the left, as far over as you can, and bring your right foot towards your left hip, as far over as you can. If you can get your right knee to be in line with your leg, then do that. If you can't, that's fine, you can work towards it. You're going to clasp your hands under, lean back a little to bring space into the front of spine. And we're using our own body weight here, so we're just going to roll the rib cage and the weight of the head forward, drop the hands. Breathe in, look forward. And again, if it's really painful down the outside on the gallbladder meridian or behind the knee or wherever you're feeling it, take a hand there to nurture that area. We're going to breathe in, come up, unfold right leg, hands to thighs and slip forward. In breath, we're coming up. We're going to take the left leg, take that foot towards the right hip. Folding over the right leg, clasp, breathe in. Roll the weight of your upper body towards the folded leg, drop. 3 breaths. Again, you can rub with the right hand if you need to anywhere. On your 4th in breath, you'll breathe in, come up, unfold, hands to thighs. Come forward. In breath, come up, bend, bring the leg over, clasp. Breathe in, lean back, roll your body weight forward, drop the hands. Your 4th inhalation, coming up, unfolding right leg, hands to thighs, come into your forward bend. So each half round we still are plugging into the hamstrings. The hamstrings have a connection to the large colon. So when we stretch them, we're letting go, we're eliminating, we're giving the body permission to eliminate from the large colon, but also for us to let go of things we're holding on to that are holding us back. 3 breaths here. It's going to be your 4th breath. We'll come up, hands to thighs, come forward. Good. We're going to do 1 more. So 3 on each side, bringing right leg to left hip, leaning back, rolling forward, dropping hands. it'll be left leg. You want to really give your upper body weight to the rib cage, arms and head to the leg to help the stretch. You're not pulling, you're just allowing the body weights to move towards each other. The in breath will unfold, hands to thighs and come forward again. What you want to notice when you come into your forward bend is when you do an opening of one part of the hips, how does that make an effect? Or how does that affect your forward bend? And that'll tell you where you need to do a little more work. So we've done the inner groin, we've done the outer hip, now we've done behind into the hamstring, and now we're going to go into the flexors and the psoas muscle in the front. So for some of you, you might need to put blocks or books if you're at home. You can stack books up behind you here and put your hands on the books if it's difficult to open up your flexors and psoas. So you're going to breathe and take the arms back, and you'll immediately be able to tell whether you can't come to the floor. And if you can't, you're just going to build up under your hands here behind. We're going to lengthen our thighs away to our knees. We're not throwing the head back, the chin's to the chest. We're concentrating on the hips. So we're going to breathe in and simply tuck the tail under and open up the quads towards the knees. Take a big belly breath because the small intestine is related to the quads and of course lies around the belly button area. So we're going to tuck the tail under, tuck the tail under. Keep tucking the tail under, beginning to lift the pelvis, opening up into the flexors and psoas now. Deep belly breath, tucking the tail under as deeply as you can and lifting into the pelvis. And when and if you're comfortable and you want to press down into the arms, breathe and peel open, chest, do that. Then we're going to drop down. In breath, pop the knees open and release into frog. From there we're going to come around, checking on our forward bend again. Not sure why we had a plane passing overhead, but that's okay. So now we've opened up the front of the hips, we're going to breathe in again. Come all the way forward and see whether that's made some space for you to come forward into a deeper forward bend. From there we're going to breathe in, come up, roll the shoulders, other way. And we'll finish by coming to Baddha Konasana. Just gently softening into those hips. Feeling out now whether we have juicier hips, a little more space. Good. And then we're going to breathe in, rock back by holding on to the front of your shins. Roll your pelvis forward and drop the hands down. Come back into Baddha Konasana. So a beautiful open groin into the liver meridian. We're opening up on the inner leg now and dropping forward. Breathing in, we're going to roll up, stretch the legs out. Nice and juicy. And that's your short hip opener on all four corners. Namaste.